Hi everyone, welcome again to my channel and welcome back to see another review. Um, this time around, I think it's a favorite character for some, and it's called, and perhaps I think this is the smallest figure I ever done for a review, and that is called Rocket Hot Toys by Avengers Endgame. Okay, this is as usual at Hot Toys. On the front cover of the figure, they usually have a pictorial this portrayal of the character, which is a rocket. Um, and you will see a rocket name down here. You have an Avengers Endgame, which come from the movie itself, and there's a big A on the background. Okay, this is particularly like a other figures like Endgame is like a much of a shoe size figure. As you see from the side, the name and the Avengers logo down here. There's a here, it's an A there, and on the top, it's pretty bright though. The symbol of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Well, as you know, and in the movie, at the end, by the end of Infinity War, Rocket is the only, besides Nebula, Rocket is the only survivor after the blip. Okay, if anyone want to talk to me about blip, the blip is actually a term referred if you watch Spider-Man Far From Home. So yeah, just keep an eye on it. So keep an ear on it, and you get to hear the word blip. Basically, is the era whereby Thanos actually wipe out half of the population or universe everywhere. Okay, as usual, Hot Toys usually will have a we call that a bunch of lengthy words of warning to remind collectors to stay away from children under 3 years old because they're particularly young, and then some of the small parts can be consumed if not being careful. As usual, then we have people who are involved in this project and everything, and also the address of Hot Toys and such. Okay, here it up, and now we're gonna open up this figure. Hi guys, welcome back. As you can see, this is the main figure that I was referring to, the smallest Hot Toy figure that ever Hot Toys collector can have. Alright, I already unpacked all the boxes and the figure for the figure and itself, and I will slowly show to you what are the items that consist inside this shoe size box. Okay, first of all, we check on the accessories. Okay, this is the figure. Okay, we come to the figure first. I think particularly this is the smallest rocket. I think this is the one of the coolest rocket you ever seen. And if anyone realizes actually that this figure, okay, as usual, the other versions of rocket, you have the tail and everything, but this time around rocket is actually have this thing. This sounds like a scarf covering on his neck. Okay, basically this figure is actually without it is actually where I tried to put it on, and this is the sculpted scarf for this figure. Okay, and also if you ever realize, for the first time ever, Rocket actually wear boots. If you actually compared it to previous figures of Rocket version like Guardians of Galaxy, the first one, Guardians of Galaxy 2, you don't see Rocket wear boots. So this time now we're quite lucky, He have a boot on his leg. Puss in the boots. Maybe I call it Rocket in the boots. Alright, first of all, okay, we come to this figure. Okay, first of all, this arm can stretch out to this point. Well, for this part, I think on the left side, you can't stretch it 90 degrees. So basically, maybe 60 degrees. Then you can able to, because there's a hindrance from this armor, shoulder armor here. And pretty, I think for the bottom line, I think you can't really move that much because maybe because of the suit hindrance. And I think from the point of view, I think there's no way you can remove the suit of it. The only thing that can go freely is on the right hand, which is funny though. Alright, because he's saying it's a rocket, you get to do display much, so I'm fine with it. Okay, here comes up for the accessories. As usual, Hot Toys that come with instruction manual, which I don't want to show you here because I can believe so that none of the Hot Toy collectors actually read the manual unless there's certain feature that they cannot able to access. Maybe they want to improvement. Okay, here goes. Let me check. Rocket. Okay, let me see how many arms they have. Let me check it out. Okay, Rocket actually, including the figure, there's two hands of it, left and right. They actually came out, the extra accessories only come out three. So one is like much more like he's holding the tube, which I'll come to later, and the other one is much more is a position for him to hold a gun. Okay, trying to zoom in here. Okay, this is where actually they use it to hold a gun, as well as this for the right hand side. You can see that. Okay, let me adjust the camera. Okay, all right, this camera actually is shaking. Okay, all right, next one we come up to look at this goggles thing. Okay, these goggles is being used by Rocket. There's two sets of it. One which we display on the figure itself. The other one, I don't know which is which, but I think that the other one is where these goggles is being put on his forehead. Well, we'll try one by one. We can try to put it on this figure. Okay, let me guess. I guess I believe this one must be on the figure. Oh yeah. Is it this one? Or you put on the first show? Oh, okay, no. Okay, it's funny though because this figure does not have this accessory ribbon. Does not come with like a long ribbon thing to cover all his facial. They actually have a magnetic support on this figure, so every time you display it, you actually have this for something like a sticking here. See, you hear that? See it? Okay, so yeah, see this figure actually stick to the face, whereby the next one is much more, I think, putting on his forehead. There you go. There, actually, I think there's two areas where they have magnetic material here, most likely on the eyes area and actually the forehead, like this, you see. So actually they have it the magnetic onto the figure here as well as the goggles, so that it can stick here without any difficulty. Okay, that's for the other accessories. Oh yeah, as usual, it's a extra joint, which I believe must be for the leg, if I'm not wrong. As well, there's also another one more plastic here, extra accessories for a joint pack for the hands, in case you displayed it too hard, you broke the joint. All right, here goes. Next accessory up is the two figure twin guns held by Rocket, similarly like Black Widow ones. It actually have a miniaturized version of it. Okay, this is the gun. I think they have a different feature. You see the way how they look. So left and right, like there's no similarity. I said one, this point here is on the different side like this. Look. So basically, you can put it on the sides of it, like this, on the two sides here. Put it here one. Do you see the one? I put it two. Pretty nice though. Okay. Next one. This comes up with these two submachine guns. I don't remember when he used it on this movie. I think perhaps maybe at the end of the fight. I mean, towards the final battle part whereby they actually have this. But I'm sure I can remember it was quite a flash. So this figure is also part of Rocket's accessories, which is very nice though. And Rocket's, even though he's small he is, he actually like big guns. Next up comes with the we call this the device whereby I used to extract the what do we call that, the what did they call that in the movie, the aether. Okay, basically this red color thing here, the red color here thing is actually this shows the area whereby the contents of the aether inside. And these three pins here is actually the pretty small though. The thing, the 3D pins to extract the aether out. Next up comes up with this cool scarf. It's a real cloth actually, real cloth, especially in case you want to do it, you want to display it as a rocket in a standing position with the wind blowing and some sort of wind blowing effect for the figure. And lastly is one of my favorite one. Is actually the nano size. Is it nano size or maybe a miniaturized keychain size infinite gauntlet help created by Tony Stark when they managed to successfully get all the stones. This is how they look like. Basically the smaller version of it, because when Hawk actually put his hands onto this infinite gauntlet, the thing actually can expand to a bigger one. So I think it's pretty nice though to have this figure. But however, I don't think this figure actually allows you to put a hand on it and any joint where you can plug in on the figure here and put it pose with the infinite gauntlet. And also this the finger joints actually is fixed, so you can't able to like rotate it and everything. And also it this infinite gauntlet thing doesn't actually come with the light up function. I think it'd be cool though if they have a light up function here. And this is basically just for display if you want to hold it, just for Rocket to hold it on one point time. Okay, next comes up with the stand of it. As usual, this stand is pretty small though for a small figure. Yeah, so it's pretty cute when you have this small miniature size to fit a small figure. And lastly, Hot Toys always comes out with various designs for the figure stands. As you know, this figure just recently released this year. So this is the figure that the base plate stand for Rocket to display. So it's pretty same though. You have a very beautiful background. There's a word A down here. It's Avengers Endgame, and also there's on the background of it there's a circular symbolic logo of the Guardians of Galaxy. Yeah. and there's a name display here, Rocket. Yeah, thing. All right. I think this is a pretty much for a small figure here. I think it does uh, look very nice for this figure, and it's very cute though. With but the flaw side of these figures is that I was expecting these figures to have another additional head sculpt, whereby you have much more the more calm Rocket, whereby he doesn't portray the shouting like though he's shouting on somebody or something, or out of pain or something. I was thinking that they could come another head sculpt for it. I think you to allow you to interchange at the point of time and everything, just like the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 version, which is good. They can have two version of it, and besides that, a lot of accessories. Other than that, there's nothing to complain about for this mini figure Hot Toys, and I think he looks great with this outfit uniform thing and the tail. And only the problem is that the right hand only can give a 90 degrees movement for the hands joint, but for the left side I think the movement is limited because it's due to the shoulder, maybe possibly it's because of this shoulder armor thing. The movement is restricted, and as well because of he's wearing his suit, the both and left and right leg joints, you can't really display like as though much more trivial position, whereby like can worn out the stretch marks on the figure. Other than that, for a $220 or $40, I can't remember what was the real price. I think this figure is pretty nice though, but I can't remember how much I got it, because I actually buy it from another seller, sorry. I think it's pretty nice though for this figure. If you are looking onto the collecting Avengers Endgame and or Infinity War line, I think this is the best bet to get, because obviously the price somehow dropped. Maybe perhaps the aura of this movie already done and dusted, but still for me I think it's one of the best movies of Marvel that they ever had. And so with that, I think that's about it for the figure today. I hope you all have a good day watching my video, and don't forget to subscribe for me for more videos coming up for upcoming reviews for the figure. Until then, good night.